Welcome to Singapore, home to rounds 17 and 18 of the 2015 TCR International Series. This was the third time that TCR had acted as a support race to Formula One, but at Singapore there were two more challenges. It's a street circuit and race one is held at night, the first time for a night race to be part of an international touring car series. After the summer break, the engineers, mechanics and drivers were all eager to get back to competition. Most had made the long journey from Europe, and so jet lag and the change in temperature and humidity didn't help, while the circuit itself gave the drivers plenty to think about.
Really a great city, a great ambience. I'm really happy to be here in Singapore.
It was good. I'm young, so have good eyes still, so I think it's gonna work.
You have to be careful, especially when you don't know the track. This was for all of us the first time.
It's definitely not an easy track and definitely not easy to get a perfect lap out of it.
Two free practice sessions on the Friday gave the drivers a first chance to tackle the circuit, finding both the curbs and slippery surface just as tough as they predicted.
Tough circuit where there are many corners where it's very easy to make a mistake.
You definitely need to find the balance between not braking too early, not driving too aggressive, being gentle on your throttle, because with the front wheel driven cars you can very quickly hit a wall.
Here is very straight and the wall is very dangerous here, but it's something for me.
The first practice and second practice I was fastest. I did a really good job in the simulator, so I think it's paid off now.
The Craft Bamboo Lukoil Seat of Pepe Oriola was fastest in both FP1 and FP2, with championship rival Gianni Morbidelli third in session 1 and second in session 2. Qualifying was the traditional two-stage affair, but with competitors from the new TCR Asia Series joining the International Series for the first time, a total of 21 cars took part in the 20-minute Q1, with the top 12 going through to Q2 as usual. After topping the timesheets in both free practice sessions, the first half of Q1 looked as though Pepe Oriola would continue his dominance of the weekend, while there were only a few incidents to report, mainly involving some of the TCR Asia competitors, who were exploring both the limits of the track and levels of grip. With a little over 4 minutes remaining, Stefano Comini went quicker than Oriola, followed swiftly by newcomer Loris Hezemans, who was just a fraction over 1/10 of a second slower than Comini. Gianni Morbidelli was the best of the West Coast Racing Honda drivers. His 7th place would be enough to take the Italian through to Q2, but he knew he could go quicker. Hezemans too was on a mission to go faster, and he duly set the quickest time of Q1 by shaving nearly 2/10 of a second off Comini's best lap. Morbidelli also improved to 6th, to finish Q1 as the best of the non-Seat drivers, but just over 1.5 seconds covered those 6 drivers. The 10-minute second stage of qualifying would then decide the grids for the 2 races. All 3 of the Craft Bamboo Lukoil Seats had made it safely through, but it was the target competition lay-on of Comini that was fastest, ahead of the Honda Civic of Kevin Gleeson with a little over 3 minutes remaining. Of the 2 Liqui Moly Team Engstler Volkswagen Golfs, Thomas Engstrom eventually finished 10th quickest and so claimed pole position for race 2. Loris Hezemans seemed determined to make a name for himself. You can clearly see how hard he was trying by the way he's throwing the car through the final few corners. Morbidelli then looked as though he was on course for race 1 pole, but in the end failed by just 16,000th of a second, the Italian driver later revealing that he was suffering from a combination of jet lag and a heavy cold. At the checkered flag, just under 7/10 of a second covered the top 8 places, with the rivals for the Drivers' Series, Comini and Morbidelli, making up the front row of the grid for race 1. Gleeson and Avanasieff will make up row 2, while behind the top 8, Engstrom has pole for race 2 with Jordi Genet alongside. But thanks to his first pole position of the season, Stefano Comini retook the lead of the Drivers' Series from Oriola. What's more, that performance had come in a brand new car.
Yeah, I'm very happy. Finally, the first pole position of the year, and I'm really happy. I wanted this pole position for a long time. And at the end, I'm really happy that this pole position came here in Singapore, in this very hard track and very beautiful city track. And I'm really happy. And Gloria is the name of my new car, my new beautiful car. And she did really a perfect job.
The site of the Ferris wheel known as the Singapore Eye bids you a very warm welcome to Singapore, and in particular the Marina Bay circuit for round 17 of the 2015 TCR International Series. Hello everyone, this is Mark James in the commentary box, welcoming you to an historic moment. The first time, we believe, that a night race has formed part of an international touring car championship, and what a night race. We are back with Formula One for the third time this year after starting at Sepang and then the two races at Shanghai. We're now back with Formula One for these two races, this first night race this evening and then tomorrow's daytime race. We're waiting for the lights to come on. There's the green flag, all the cars are in position. Rangoni has a gap alongside him, gap in front of him. What can he do? We're racing along. Away goes Camini. It appears that he's made a better start. Indeed he has. Also Kevin Gleeson going through. Gleeson alongside Camini. Gianni Morbidelli already struggling. It would appear that it's Avanasieff. No, indeed it's Oriola that's alongside Morbidelli. So Oriola made a better start than his teammate Avanasieff, but it's Camini who's made the best start of all, with Kevin Gleeson, the American driver in the West Coast Racing Honda, alongside him. Then it's Oriola, already through. Contact there. Oriola through into third place, ahead of Morbidelli, who'll be furious at that. And there's contact behind. Frank Yu, that was in the background from Hong Kong, in one of the Craft Bamboo cars. As the leaders go through, and it would appear that there's already a gap caused by that incident involving Frank Yu. Oriola just getting nudged, I think, from Morbidelli. And Felipe de Souza, the Macau driver, pulling in to the marshal's post. No, indeed, car 24 is Gleeson, although Oriola's having a look. Oriola just trying to look up the inside of Kevin Gleeson, but failing. So still Stefano Camini pulling away from Kevin Gleeson in second place. Pepe Oriola third, Gianni Morbidelli fourth. There you see in the background Avanasieff in the red Craft Bamboo Lukoil Seat, currently in fifth place. As again, Oriola just jinks out, and can he just get past Kevin Gleeson? Indeed he can. He edges out the Honda driver. There's possibly the slightest contact between the pair, but Gleeson's certainly not giving up. He comes back around the right-hander, forcing Oriola out. And indeed, Morbidelli up alongside as well in the number 10 car. And Morbidelli taking full advantage of that. So indeed, still Gleeson in second. Now it's Morbidelli third. Then furious Pepe Oriola, I suspect, in fourth. Avanasieff fifth. That's what happens when you leave the door open just a fraction when you've got someone like Gianni Morbidelli around. Right, let's take another look at that Craft Bamboo cars, that of Oriola just getting slightly sideways thanks to that contact. And then that's where Frank Yu, we didn't see the full contact, but Frank Yu spinning across the track, that's what caused the demise of Felipe de Souza from Macau. That's Frank Yu. So is that a separate incident? There is Camini, our leader. There is Gleeson with Morbidelli just reminding his teammate who's the man that's going for the Drivers' Series. I'm sure Morbidelli is also on the radio to the team saying, come on guys, I'm the one who needs the points. Morbidelli just setting the quickest lap of the race so far. There you see the gap between Avanasieff and Grachov on your screen, just under a second. Halfway through this first race, we're on lap 5. It seems that Gianni Morbidelli still can't get past Kevin Gleeson, although that's a position that the team may well have an input on. So Gleeson then still second, Morbidelli third. There's Oriola across the bridge. Morbidelli has a look, and has he done? No, indeed. Gleeson holds on. Surely somebody from West Coast must be saying, guys, we can't risk having two non-finishes. Don't fight each other. Oriola takes a quick look up at the inside, possibly while Morbidelli's distracted. Oriola all over the back of the Honda at the moment. Can he move past Gianni Morbidelli? He certainly seems to think so. Has another look. That's an amazing shot, gives you an idea of the atmosphere surrounding this incredible spectacle that is the night race. But this, and of course the final rounds this year in Macau, pure street circuits. Again, Oriola just has a little look, not close enough to Morbidelli to make it stick, while we look down at Janae just getting past. Indeed he does. Janae passes Valia for 7th place. Indeed, sorry, that was Janae attacking Grachov, so Grachov moves back down to 7th, Janae up into 6th. There goes Morbidelli, Oriola. And Grachov and Valia now. Oh, contact between the two teammates. Valia just touching the back of Grachov's car. Grachov forced to run over the curbs. And this is the scrap now for the lead, and almost unnoticed, Kevin Gleeson up alongside Stefano Comini. What's happened there? Because Comini was 2 seconds clear of Gleeson. Comini's got a problem. I'm almost convinced of it. From pulling away from Gleeson, Comini's been caught and passed by the Honda, and Morbidelli is almost within touching distance as well. Now, this is the moment that Kevin Gleeson snatched the lead from Stefano Comini. Comini running wide on the turn 23, back onto the start-finish straight, allowing Gleeson just to power past. No contact between the two. A clean overtaking maneuver by Kevin Gleeson. And so, the West Coast Racing Honda of Kevin Gleeson leads the 17th round of the 2015 TCR International Series from our early leader, Stefano Comini. As Gleeson pulls away, Comini, Morbidelli and Oriola running as a train. And what on earth has happened to Comini? So was that a glitch that sorted itself out? We'll only know after the race, and we'll bring you that news in the build-up to race 2 tomorrow as Oriola takes a look at Morbidelli. So this is the scrap for 3rd now as Comini pulls away. Morbidelli once again having to defend as Oriola tries to go the long way round. Not surprisingly, fails to make that stick. Morbidelli then hangs on to 3rd place. Honda Seat is the top 4 at the moment. And again, Oriola takes a look up the inside for this right-hander. Morbidelli holds the line, though. There again goes Oriola. Back markers then, so the leaders are in traffic. But indeed, Morbidelli holds off Pepe Oriola, but for how much longer? And at the bottom of your screen, just exiting, Comini coming back at Gleeson. So whatever the issue was seems to have sorted itself out. A handful of corners now remain. Kevin Gleeson, can he take his 2nd win of the year? He won in Salzburgring in Austria. This will do his championship ambitions no harm at all, but a decent fistful of points for Comini and Morbidelli. Also on the cards, around comes Gleeson to take the checkered flag. He will be absolutely delighted. This very likeable young American takes his 2nd win of the year ahead of Stefano Comini. Gianni Morbidelli holds on for 3rd. Pepe Oriola 4th. Sergei Afanasiev 5th. Jordi Janae 6th. Okay, let's confirm the results for you then from this round 17 of the TCR International Series. Kevin Gleeson from the United States wins for the West Coast Racing team in that Honda Civic, ahead of Stefano Comini in the Seat, Gianni Morbidelli 3rd, Pepe Oriola 4th, Sergei Afanasiev 5th, Jordi Janae 6th, Mikhail Grachov 7th, Lorenzo Valia 8th, Loris Hezemans 9th, and Fernando Monge 10th. But the biggest smile on the podium was from Kevin Gleeson. That 2nd win of the season keeps him in the hunt for the driver's title with 5 races still to go. Kevin, congratulations, 2nd win of the year. How do you feel?
I feel absolutely wonderful. I think if there was one of the races that you wanted to win on the calendar this year, this would be it. So just really thankful and very excited to have won it.
The lights will go on, will go off, and then we have 10 laps of Round 18 of the TCR International Series ahead of us. The lights go on in sequence. All 5 on, all 5 off. And Thomas Engstrom was telling me earlier that he had to make a good start. He moves across to cut off Jordi Gené, and it would appear that Engstrom has got that good start he was after. Gené is on the upside, the inside over the turn 1, the left-hander. And it would be Hezemans that's forced to run wide. Little bumping and banging between the pair as they run through that corner. Once again, Engstrom just muscles his way past Gené, the two running side by side down to the right-hander. A very subdued Gianni Morbidelli this weekend, suffering from a combination of jet lag, means he can't sleep, and also a heavy cold, and up goes the inside. Up the inside goes Oriola, just muscling and bumping and banging his way past Loris Hezemans, who has to give way to the man who was leading the series heading here to Singapore. Also getting past is Kamini, who will be trying to stick with Oriola. Grachov goes past Engstrom, so still Volkswagen second and third, but the order has switched. Oriola now muscling his way past Valia. And also around the outside goes Kamini. Two of the men scrapping for the driver's title. Kamini runs wide, as does Hezemans. Oriola, Kamini, Valia, Hezemans running together. Ahead you see the two Golfs. And we look at Gené and Engstrom. Collision between the pair, Gené hanging on. We join the action though on lap 3. Gené still leads. The gap now already 2 seconds to Grachov, to Engstrom. There he is, then Oriola. Kamini though, breathing down Oriola's neck. Oh, was there collision there? Yes, there was. Engstrom just being tapped out of the way, and also collision between Kamini and Oriola. Two of our championship rivals, Oriola not giving that position up. Valia's alongside Kamini. But no, indeed, not quite enough. Can Valia get up the inside? He takes a look, he goes across the curve, but no, indeed, it's Kamini who hangs on. And we're seeing this battle now for 4th place, 4th, 5th and 6th, between Oriola, Kamini and Valia, as Gleeson, that is, who goes past Engstrom. And that's Morbidelli, team leader from the West Coast Racing team now, having got Gleeson up behind him. And the bad news from the Subaru fans is that Luca Rangoni brings the Subaru STI TCR car into the pits. There's Engstrom, there's Hezemans, there's Avanasiev. And just as I was saying it, no, there goes up the inside, there goes Avanasiev, forcing Hezemans out. So Avanasiev takes the place. Avanasiev moves from 10th to 9th. Hezemans losing out. There's Engstrom. Avanasiev now behind. Munich alongside Hezemans, but Hezemans has the line for the left-hander. This is the scrap for the last points place for 10th. Munich, having scored that amazing 1-2-3 for West Coast Racing in Shanghai at the beginning of the season. He's been away to do FIA World Rallycross. He's back, and that's Hezemans who's made a mistake. He clouts the barrier with the rear of the car. There's the damage. The car gets going again, but the pressure from René Munich paid to his chances, I suspect, of finishing in the points. You can see the flapping bodywork on the Seat. And the target competition team will be bitterly disappointed with that. Gleeson too moves up. So Valia's now got 2 Hondas to worry about. Slight puff of smoke from the Seat. Morbidelli right with him. But look at this scrap between the men who are currently 2nd and 1st respectively in the Drivers' Series. Pepe Oriola came into this race just 8 points adrift of Stefano Kamini. Kamini though goes up the inside, takes a look, and brilliantly judged. Kamini squeezes past. That's fantastic piece of driving by Stefano Kamini. Very difficult to overtake, but has Oriola got the jump on the target competition car? Oriola comes back at him. Kamini though has the line. And indeed, Kamini hangs on. 3rd place changes hands. Brilliant. 18 years of age, Lorenzo Valia. At the other end of the scale, 47-year-old Gianni Morbidelli, who's competed in everything from karting to Formula One. Gianni Morbidelli just edges him out. The experience showing, Gleeson weaves the other way. And so Valia was defending from Morbidelli. He's now defending from the other Honda. Morbidelli choosing his moment brilliantly to go past. And indeed, Comini is alongside Grachov, now pushing for second place. Comini squeezes past, and so from fourth to second in what, a lap and a half? Stefano Comini, you have to say, 2 second places from Singapore would be an incredible reward for the Swiss driver who just a matter of weeks ago thought he wouldn't have the budget to finish the season. And as Pepe Oriola also now powers past Grachov, it would appear. Indeed he has got Oriola up into third. Yellow flags are out. Okay. That's Grachov, who's gone straight on at the left-hander at turn 18. There he is in the number 8 Volkswagen. Valia now defending from Kevin Gleeson. And you can see already that Morbidelli is off and away. Jordi Genet on his 9th lap. Morbidelli hammered down. Valia defending from Gleeson, who weaves to the left-hand side, takes a look, but no, not close enough. So it's now Genet from Comini, the gap between the pair nearly 6 seconds. Oriola now third, Morbidelli fourth. This is the battle for fifth with Gleeson up alongside Valia. Has he done it? Valia hangs on for the right-hander, but no, indeed, Gleeson. Oh, nearly contact between the pair. Gleeson alongside the Seat. The pair in a drag race down to the left-hander. There goes Morbidelli out of shot, and Gleeson, I think, has done it. Indeed, too close to call, I suspect. The left-hander, no, Valia's done it. Fantastic touring car racing. This is what it's all about. And yet no contact, clean again. Valia then hangs on to that 5th place from Kevin Gleeson. Gleeson, though, refusing to yield. He comes back at the Seat driver once again. This is a battle worth sticking with. Gleeson just gets his nose ahead. Indeed, he does it. This time he surely must make it stick. He takes the left-hander and indeed takes 5th place away from Lorenzo Valia. Whoa! And Valia sliding through the corner in his efforts to get back at Gleeson, but Gleeson has made it stick. Gleeson moves up into 5th place. So, an all-Seat top 3, Genet, Comini and Oriola. Craft Bamboo Lukoil, target competition, Craft Bamboo Lukoil. Then it's the 2 West Coast Racing Hondas of Morbidelli and Gleeson, with Valia now having dropped back to 6th place. Contact there between Afanasiev, I think it was, and Thomas Engström. And it's Hezemans who's still sporting that body damage, who benefits from it. Does that mean that Hezemans has made it back into the top 10? The back of the car hanging off Hezemans' car. René Munich just ahead. There then is Thomas Engström, the man who started from pole position, wasn't able to translate that pole into a decent start and hang on. And indeed, that's René Munich onto the start-finish straight. There's the checkered flag on the left-hand side. Congratulations to Jordi Genet and to the Craft Bamboo Lukoil team. Another victory for them. Stefano Comini finishes 2nd ahead of Pepe Oriola. We'll get confirmation. Indeed, the winning margin 3.6 seconds from Stefano Comini. Pepe Oriola, carrying the maximum success ballast of 30 kilos, finishes 3rd. Gianni Morbidelli 4th, Kevin Gleeson 5th, Lorenzo Valia 6th, Mikhail Grachov 7th, Loris Hezemans 8th, Thomas Engström 9th, René Munich 10th, and then looking down at our non-finishers.
To Jordi Genet, the winner. Congratulations to him.
I had a lot of pressure because I knew I had to be in the lead in the first lap if I wanted to win. And the start was so-so, not brilliant. So I had to risk a little bit in the first 3 corners. We make some contact with the Golf, but I managed to squeeze through. And from that moment, I put my head down for 4 laps, maximum attack to break a gap, and it worked. So then the main thing was keep concentrated, because with so much heat in the car, it's not easy to concentrate, to have the braking point correct in every corner, and a very small mistake, it means that you don't win, you don't finish the race. So my main concern for the last 5 laps was concentration, don't think anything else than drive smooth, drive well, make no mistakes.
And that wraps up proceedings here in Singapore. The TCR International Series next moves to Buriram in Thailand in late October. But from Singapore and the Marina Bay circuit, it's goodbye.
Tu opinión nos interesa. Si tienes algo que decirnos, envíanos un mail. Esperamos tus sugerencias.
Gentlemen, welcome to Peugeot Sport.
What are you doing here?
Come with me downstairs, you will see. You are here to help me design the new Peugeot 2016 Decade.
But what you are looking for?
We are trying to design the new weapon.
With a big engine?
Of course. 3-liter engine, 350 horsepower, 46 centimeter travel suspension, and as light as possible.
No, it's a job for me. Don't move, I will take care about everything. Hey guys, what do you think about my weapon?
Your toy is great, but I think we will have to come with something else if we want to win the Dakar.
Look at the data.
Not enough power.
It's too heavy. Too tight.
Okay, I get it. We need support. I call him now. Welcome back.
Let's go, guys.
Yes, 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 yes. Pete Miser, PH10. Back again. It's that lyrical genius, leaving them Venus. The king who speeds through crews with fly drum track. Bring this level of insight to enlight. Thugs and
Which one? This one, more grip. Lighter one. We need more downforce.
So what do we do now?
Now, we go testing in Morocco.
No way, guys. I'm not getting in the plane.
I love it when a plan comes together. Seguro que la llegada de Sebastián al Dakar y al equipo Peugeot es un plus importante. Su experiencia va a ayudar muchísimo al equipo a mejorar también el coche, es otro punto de vista. Para el Dakar va a ser fantástico el que lleve Sebastián. Para el equipo de Peugeot se refuerza de una manera tremenda. Y bueno, yo recuerdo el primer año que la gente en el Dakar decía, bueno, un año de aprendizaje va a ser duro. Recuerdo que me parece que ganamos 5 o 6 etapas. Sin el problema del embrague podíamos haber estado luchando por la victoria. Por lo tanto, estoy seguro que él va a estar luchando ahí arriba, va a estar luchando por la victoria y estoy seguro que todo el mundo va a ganar. Sin duda, el equipo Peugeot creo que con el refuerzo de Sebastián pues, es todavía más completo. Por un lado está la maxi experiencia de Peter Hansel, ha ganado 80.000 veces, sabe lo que hace falta para ganar. Cyril, que está aprendiendo en coche, pero que tiene también una mega experiencia en el Dakar. y luego Sebastián que va a aportar su velocidad, que va a aportar su experiencia también en la competición. Por lo tanto, el equipo Peugeot se balancea todavía más, se convierte en un equipo más potente.
Tu opinión nos interesa. Si tienes algo que decirnos, envíanos un mail. Esperamos tus sugerencias.
Hands in the air for the baby mamas. 1, 2, 3, hey! Put the beat with your hand. With your hand. Put the beat with your hand. Yeah.
Red Bull 66 con este exótico ejemplar.
Absolutely sensational, Terry. Record number 22, congratulations. Incredible. So just take us through that. Were you nervous?
Of course I was nervous. It's been peeing down the rain for the last 3 hours. Yeah, of course I was nervous. I wasn't as nervous as my engineers. They, obviously, they don't want to see me foul. I don't want to see me foul. Thank you all for turning up, by the way. I don't know, what do I say?
Well, put us inside the cockpit. What could you see? What did it feel like? The loads when you hit the ramp?
Yeah, I knew I had to be super smooth. You as a racing driver understand this. It is still damp, so I had to just really be calm, not do anything stupid with that steering wheel. I just look out the top 2 inches of the actual windscreen. When I'm in the loop, all I can see is that white line. I kind of knew I was on my way out because my engineer was screaming at me, so I knew we'd done it.
It's the first time I've ever seen you shake a little bit with nerves.
It kind of is. You know me for a long time. I don't normally get nervous, but tonight was edgy. We done it. Jaguar, thank you for allowing me to be part of it. It's mega. Thanks. A 3-4 second adrenaline rush like you wouldn't believe. Obviously a bit more drama tonight because it's been raining this afternoon, so it was a close call whether we was going to do it or not. I'm really glad that we did. I'm glad that the wind got up, it stopped raining. Everybody, the whole team jumped on drying the surface for me as best they could, and it worked out fantastic. The car was brilliant. When you drive cars for a living like I do, I drive many different cars, it come very, very quick that I was comfortable in the car, and then I knew that we could definitely do this challenge. It was not a problem. So then we put in the safety modifications, and that was it. We went for it, we done it. Obviously the seats were removed, and I had a specially built racing seat, so beyond even more so than the racing seats you see in the race cars. Obviously I had a safety harness, a full roll cage, so all of the modifications in there were really just to protect me in case something went wrong. That's it. The rest of it, all of the suspension components, they're all the original. We've strengthened them a little because it's a 6.5G hit, which is massive. So all of the components that are on the car are on a production car. That's come off of the production line. We've just put the safety features in and practiced and gone for it. To be honest, this is one of those tricks that you don't do too often. You know, it's really pushing boundaries. Of course, it's a Guinness World Record, so this has never been done up until this point.
So I'm here to officiate the new Guinness World Records title for the largest loop-the-loop in a car. The record to beat was 18.29 metres, which was set in 2012. They've now beat it with a total loop diameter of 19.08 metres.
We're a fun-loving company at Jaguar. We have a lot of fun. It comes from within us at the headquarters at Jaguar, and we just like to enjoy ourselves. And I think you can see that in the car.
You hope you can bring this car to a customer, but you don't hope the customers are going to do their own loops. So what do you expect? I mean, what do you hope from this car?
What I expect from this car is we will attract people who had never thought about the brand before. I think it'll get a lot of attention. I think as SUVs go, it's a pretty cool looking SUV. It's got great stance, it's got great styling on it. It drives beautifully well. It's an aluminium body, so it's very agile. I've driven this car. It's a very agile sports car that you just sit a little higher in. And because it's so practical, it'll appeal to a lot of people with families. And I'm sure it's going to be hugely successful.